Hello, everyone. First Facebook Live together in a long time.
It might be first Facebook Live ever.
I
Try to
think
get.
we've done one before together, maybe.
It's possible. We don't know. Sometimes we just put these things out of our head. We're talking about working with family, and this is one of the things you got to do: forget things. um, so, hey, Dr. T, Pear, we're the Larsons. We run Movement RX, and we're talking today. It's our first in a series called Your Healthy Business. So why are we doing this? So we run a healthcare business. Our partner program is full of healthcare and fitness businesses, health business. We all call it healthcare. And our corporate wellness engagements are full of companies where health is causing a drag, or poor health, I should say, is causing a drag on company culture and performance. So there are a number of issues. To top it off, we're married, hence the last name. We're not siblings.
Yep.
That wouldn't work. But so we're in a normal relationship where maybe at the end of the day, there's a nice line in division. Hey, honey, how was your day? You can talk about it. That's a little more complex in this scenario. And that's the topic of today is business with family. But we're calling it Your Healthy Business for a number of reasons. And maybe it's a little too clever, but there's your health business. Right? This is what we do and what a lot of the people that we know and our partners do. There's your healthy business. Your business is doing well. And then there's your health as a business owner. And I think a lot of what we talk about and a lot of what we have to figure out on a consistent basis is what's healthy for us, both individually and then the relationship that we have. So systematically, over the years, we've made some changes to the business to kind of support this. So what drives that is strains on our personal health, and then the relationship health has forced us to rethink the business in a number of ways. And what the hidden benefit of that has been is that it's actually helped the overall health of the company, which in turn, of course, the company's doing well. Then a lot of the stresses that might be triggers disappear. But the environment is a huge, I think for us, and I imagine everybody out there too, that environment has a huge impact on the triggers that you're exposed to, and then how you respond to those triggers is up to you, but that's usually a tougher nut to crack. So what we've done is try to change our environment by restructuring the business. And the tools that we've used to restructure the business, we make available to our partner group. We're not really going to talk too much about that today. We're just talking about our business. But if that's of interest to you to utilize the tools that we have used as a healthcare business, we do make those available under the partner program. I'll touch on that again at the end of this. So let's talk business with family.
Yes. We figured that would be a great topic to start with because we run a business as a family, and we know a lot of couples that do. Actually, we communicate with a number of couples that run their own businesses together, and being healthy together, running the business can be great because, well, it needs to be great for the business to be successful. And we've learned over the years what that takes to be healthy individuals as well as to run a successful company. So, and there's a lot of fun topics and interesting topics that we will be able to present on this platform each week that'll help you, hopefully, in your own personal health journey as well as in your business journey.
Awesome. So with maybe we can kick this off, and for anybody, so we're gotta try to distill it down into the top 5 lessons that I've learned, at least personally, from working with my spouse. And this is where, if anybody has a similar experience, so interested in hearing any keys that you have, because we are not the purveyors of truth here. We just know what has worked for us, and what we struggle with.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. And so we're all ears when it comes to other insights. So that's part of this, is to help anybody share your experience with it. So
what's worked for you, Pear? I would like to know.
So here's my top 5. Top 5 lessons learned from working with my spouse. So number one, and these are probably in order of import. Yeah, these are in order of importance. So let me go backwards. So number 5, working down to number 1. Fluffy bunny rules are mandatory. You want to explain fluffy bunny?
You can explain Fluffy Bunny.
Fluffy bunny is the code word for, hey, it's after hours and I want to ask a business-related question, or I want to talk about a business-related topic. So in order to do that, the person who wants to ask must say fluffy bunny. The other person has total opportunity to say, nope, don't want to do it. That leads me to number 4. Fluffy bunny rules are easy to break. So whereas there's no request for fluffy bunny, there's a feeling that you have to talk about a business topic because you haven't had a chance to for a couple of days because things are so busy. They are easy to break. So it's
But what that affects, the effects of breaking the Fluffy Bunny rule is that it's a 10-minute conversation can turn into a 30-minute or an hour. The good thing is that as a couple you're building something together, so it's not like you don't even know what your spouse is doing and listening is like, I have no idea. We're very involved in each other's work, but that can also lead to longer conversations than just the 10 minutes.
This is a quick aside. There was some show where the man and the wife got down. It was they're late at night, and they're about to fall asleep, and then the lady or the wife asked, "Hey, can I?" Started just talking, and the husband says, "Pause this. Like, hold on, I need to get a Coke so I can stay awake for this."
Or a cold brew.
Or a cold brew.
It was a Coke or a cold brew.
I think they said Coke, but a cold brew at 10:30 at night. That's oftentimes what's required. So that was number 4. Number 3. Roles got to be so clearly defined and so clearly redefined and so clearly redefined after that. I think there's like in any organization, overlapping roles can cause some conflict, or in some cases people just think the other person's doing something and something doesn't get done. Add the family dynamic to it, or add a spouse dynamic to it, and it gets those things can escalate pretty quickly. And so every time something new comes along, there has to be a really clear conversation about who is doing what, which ties to number 2, which is planning, right? We have found through trial and tribulation and more trial and more tribulation that having a very clear and thought through plan is paramount. If there's any lack of any question about who's doing what, it's too easy for to escalate beyond what they need to do. So your plan, the deadlines, the accountability has to be crystal clear. So I call it WTF mode. What the? Right? It's what the did you just do, or what the did you not do? So we try to stay away from that by creating a plan. And that leads us to number 1. Drum roll, please. All right, we need a drum. Alone time. And so alone time is both, as a couple, obviously I think everybody recognizes that clearly, that you have to carve that time out, but for each other. So the way we do it, we have a little one at home. Tuesday nights.
Magnus.
She gets to do whatever she wants. It's just daddy and little man at home.
Freedom.
It is freedom, and it's not weekend, right? No. So weekend we try to keep for family and ourselves, but a weekday night is what we found works. She gets Tuesday, I get Wednesday, but it creates some space, and that's so necessary in this always on, always engaged life that we see everybody seems to be living these days, and just makes it makes it easier to have business conversations or those fluffy bunny conversations when you have not been in each other's grill 24 hours a day for 7 days a week. That just gets exhausting. So we try to be systematic about creating that space. So that was number 1. I will, like I said,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'd be geeked to hear what Theresa has here.
Yes, and we want to hear what you all do if you work together, and or what keeps you healthy when you're running your business. But for me, working with Pear, to be able to maintain a balanced, I would say, There's no such thing as balance anymore, work-life balance, but to stay healthy in the rhythm and waves of life. My number 5 is taking time out for each other. So the date night, which has turned into actually a date day. So how we do it is we do a date day where we take 3 to 4 hours and go on an adventure somewhere, and it's every other week. So that's something exciting. And he plans one, and then I plan one, and we utilize it during working hours because it's less busy. Places are not crowded, and it's just nice to be in the daylight because when you're in bed by like 9 or 10. It's not really fun to go out late and then be tired. And the next morning, the little one is going to get up early no matter what. So, and I know those of you listening, Lisa, you probably can relate to this. And we also do a brunch or a breakfast on Friday mornings, where we go and we just talk about what we're going to do on the weekend, can talk about Magnus, anything but work. Sometimes work will have to come up based on what's going on later that day, but for the most part, it's just being together and enjoying that time away from the busyness of a normal like Monday through Thursday for us. And there's really no normal day actually for us, but that's entrepreneurism. Like anybody who runs a business can relate to that. The fourth one is acknowledging the talents of your spouse and remembering that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, acknowledging the talents of, because that also helps define the roles. It's like I know at the end of the day what my lane is. I know what I'm good at, and I know what Pear's good at. But it's not just knowing that; it's also telling them, "Hey, really good job with that follow up," or "Good job with this project." Like I can tell you put in so much work, and I just want you to know I see that.
Good job this morning with the presentation to our corporate wellness group.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. So exactly, it can't go undone. Like you have to unsaid. Like you can't just assume that the other person knows you appreciate them. It's like nice, and it's important to say it out loud. That's number 4. Number 3 is boundaries. Just it can't just be, oh, I'm not gonna talk about work at a certain time. It actually helps to have a clear boundary with. So I identify work sometimes with phone, computer, patient notes, things like that, because that's incoming information or things I need to study. So I keep those things away until 8 a.m. when I actually can officially start and dive into it versus being distracted when I wake up. First thing, I don't want to be on my phone first thing. It's not in my room. Like I don't want to be looking at emails, and I don't really want to be talking about work. I want to just be spending time with Magnus, having my own quiet time, which is typically at 5 to 6 a.m. And when everyone's up, we have breakfast together. And then at night, there's a clear distinction of I pick up Magnus and I'm with him, so everything work has to be away, or else it's just distracting to my time with him. So typically when Per gets home, we try to keep it the goal is to keep it to 10 minutes, right? Or there's the fluffy bunny, I need to talk more. But it's constantly reminding ourselves that there has to be that transition to work and end of day, because it's not a typical 9 to 5. Number 2 is the people in your business matter a ton to your health, because we are the leaders of our business. And so who we bring on to our team is got to be like family. Because that energy that they bring in impacts us. So it's very important, after reading the book Good to Great by Jim Collins, which is a good one for anyone out there running a business should read it. It reminds us that, our relationship will be impacted by the people that are around us. And if someone, believes in our vision, believes in our system and wants to be part of it, you can tell. And when that vision and passion stops, you can tell. And so it's very important to be good, not, taking things personally, but let go of people that don't have the same vision and bring on people that do, or it will drain you, the company of energy, which is us. And then number 1, balancing out each other. That's what I said. So that was the top one. Acknowledging our roles. So I know that I can be very headstrong and Per could be very headstrong, but I also know that I am my lane is physical therapy, presenting and the health and wellness side. And actually, a lot of the work I'm going to be doing with partners, have been doing, is through that personal health. How do you take care of yourself while you run a company and do these things? And I know his lane, and he's the mastermind behind how things work and all the legitness to it. So that's a very technical term too.
Yes,
so those are my top 5. We want to hear yours, but here we go.
Yeah, those were good. I like those 5. I think I guess we're, in a way, because of our backgrounds, we're luckier than most in that I think just by virtue of what we've done in the past, there's a relatively clear delineation, right? Clinical, relationship management, kind of the team energy and understanding and being intuitive about those things, and then more numbers, logistics, marketing stuff on my side, just from the business background. And I think we've been lucky to that point. That does not make it easy, but luckier than others who may have quite a bit of natural crossover.
Yes.
And that can be difficult, which kind of goes back to what you mentioned, and I alluded to it here too. Are those boundaries and roles?
Yes.
Yeah, it's I guess the upside, right? So there's the upside of this, which is it's not all obviously it's not all bad. You just got to manage it, but there's so much freedom and flexibility in what we do.
Does anyone else have comments too about this? It would be interesting to hear. So I know that this will be live, and if you do have any questions or comments about it, like what's worked for you, put those down because we'd like to hear them.
I need to learn more.
We all do.
Whatever, if there's anything that impacts you guys,
yes,
would love to hear over the horn.
Always, we're in the city, so can't get away from that.
Lots of things. If there are no specific comments at the moment, we'll pay attention in the post for this as it goes forward, and respond if you're not able to listen. But yeah, hey Gerald, how are you? Yeah, outside looking in perspective. So I know you're typing here. I think I get it, but maybe just a little more clarity on that point. So I have an outside looking in perspective.
Yeah, you can get feedback from other people, like other couple of friends. I think it's nice to go out with other couples who have kids, and maybe they don't necessarily have to have a business, but you can get feedback. That's what a tribe is about, is giving each other feedback on, hey, this has worked for us, this could work for you. And we definitely have reached out to other couples who run businesses to get some advice, but that's a good one.
We also, so this is just random, but we also together met with a business mentor of mine, and talked about the business. And it was, to Gerald's point, it was a much different conversation having the two of us there than just one of us, in terms of what we brought to the conversation, of course, but also what we took away from the conversation. Totally different perspectives, and that was instructive, I think. So yeah, opposite. Yeah, thanks, Gerald.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we need there's lessons all around.
Yes. So this is the kind of stuff that we want to talk about each week. So every week there's a 20-minute conversation. This one we just wanted to start off with just our why. Why we're running a business together. We're looking to make a difference, continue to make a difference in the business world and with health professionals individually and from a business perspective. And it's important to kind of start consistently talking about this and having different topics that come up that we can answer questions in a live format, so we can be more in touch with those we work with. So do you have anything else to add to that?
Yeah, no, I think we'll come up with a topic and promote it here in the group for next week. Also on Thursday, we'll do this Thursdays. Right now it's one-ish. That may change based on feedback if there's a better time for folks in terms of being live.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, let us know times that work for you. They're going to be 20 minutes tops, so we actually are done here.
Yeah, we're 5 seconds over.
So, but yeah, it's important. It's quick, easy, something you can take with you. Hopefully those 5 things you can apply to your business right now, and we're always open to learning from others, but just having these conversations are really important.
Yeah. Well, if anybody out there is listening and wants to know more about that partner program we mentioned, it's partners.movement-rx.com. We'll put those here in the notes as well. But thanks, guys.
Hey, Amanda, friend from Long Beach, badass.
You caught the tail end.
Nice to see you all, and thank you for being on. And for those of you that aren't on right now and can watch this later, looking forward to helping you and having you be part of this each week.
Yeah, this will stay. We'll post this
Yes.
into the group, so it'll be just a video everybody can take a look at over time.
Yeah, and this will also be on YouTube. We'll be able to put the video on YouTube as well as make it a blog. So there's lots of different ways to re-listen to it, which I think is important.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good Thursday.